Ayo, this is Dash, and I have a major update for you guys. Anybody remember this thing? Get ready. All right. So I won't say done the impossible, but I did something unlikely. I cleaned up and made space in the garage by moving and cramming. There's Bessie and Bernadette. There you can see the top of Bernadette there. Bernadette out of the back of the garage, my garage here, so that I could get Vanna in the garage. And if you were unaware, Vanna is a 2006 Ford E350 6-liter. Yes, this is a 1-ton truck. And not only is it a 1-ton truck, it is an extended cab 1-ton truck. This van was the van that I was using for catering some time ago, and I had an issue where she broke down on me, and I'll link to that video there. After doing some homework, it seems that I might not have as bad of a problem as I initially thought. I thought that I was gonna have to do a head gasket. Doing a head gasket on this Ford E350, and let me kind of show you what the problem is. First and foremost, this is the front of the engine. This is all that you can access from the front of the engine. If you know where a head gasket is on an engine, that's not going to work. Which brings me to why I would have to pull the engine. But let me show you something. Inside of this vehicle, and most vans, there's a big cover that sits over here, and it's called the doghouse. And you can see clearly that probably 70% of the engine is back here. There's my turbo. This thing right here that I'm touching is called the EGR, the engine gas recirculator valve. Yeah, EGR. No, not a valve, just EGR, the engine gas recirculator. It puts exhaust gas in through the intake to help warm the whole thing up, yada yada, blah blah blah. It's an emissions thing. But so here is that is one of the valves, or excuse me, the valve covers, and the other valve cover is over here. But if I were to do heads, this is the cylinder head that I'm touching. That is the cylinder head. There's no room for me to get the cylinder head out like I would in a traditional or in a regular pickup truck per se, which would mean I would have to take this whole engine out. I was preparing myself to do an engine swap. Well, to do engine removal, put this engine on the stand and do the head gaskets. Like I said, upon further inspection, I realized, where I found out, I'm hoping that the EGR valve is actually the cause of my problem. There's an oil cooler in line before the EGR, I keep saying EGR valve, before the EGR cooler, and that cooler seems to have cracked or sprung a leak, which is putting coolant into the exhaust, which gives me a symptom. It looks like a head gasket, but there's no coolant in the oil, which would be the telltale 100% sign that it is a head gasket versus the EGR cooler. So, with that being said, this EGR cooler replacement It's still by no means gonna be an easy fix. This is going to test my metal for sure, my mechanical skill for sure. But I think that I can do it. I think that with you guys, with your support and your motivation, because now that I'm telling you about it, you guys have memories of elephants and don't forget a damn thing, and will hold me to getting this fixed. So I'm gonna need you to watch these videos to help me, to motivate me to get this done. And I'm going to try and do a detailed, semi-detailed version or repair on this vehicle, because there is no very good detailed video of doing an EGR cooler replacement as well as the oil cooler replacement on a 6-liter van. All of the content that's out there on YouTube that shows how it's done is done on the pickup trucks. I don't have a pickup truck. The van is different from the pickup truck. So I'm hoping that this video series, however many videos it may be, will help someone else who was in my position that was not able to find clear, concise, edited, well put together videos on how to get this done. So I'm gonna need you guys to watch these videos. Bear with me while I try to get this done. Thanks in advance.